Hello, my name is Todd Jackson. This is my presentation on adult education. What is adult education? For some of us, it might have been a little confusing between some of the terminology that's been used over the years between adult education, community education, college education, all the different educations. Let's focus today specifically on adult education. It's designed for someone wanting to pursue a career option without seeking a college degree. According to the Oxford Dictionary, adult education is defined as educational programs or courses for adults who are out of school or a college. It's also a little bit more involved to it to me, where someone who might also be seeking to attain their GED class, or maybe they want to learn how to speak, read, or write English with an ESL class. It can also be delivered in an on-the-job training course. Uh, for example, someone who might want to learn how to get their CDL license, or in some cases, there's different programs with partnerships like Alabama Power and Jefferson State Community College for the Lineman Workers Program. Uh, those are just some small examples. So what I have done is use the Alabama Community College system for some of my research, and I also use Jefferson State Community College too in conjunction. And what's really, really interesting to me was that these little fun facts that I pulled from ACCS's website, uh, that residents of Alabama have access to over 400 locations to seek help, training, or in this case, we're talking about like a GED course or continuing education in some cases. Excuse me. We also have over 5,000 residents that have completed their GED course through the ACCS system. They do play a very pivotal role in each one of the communities that the colleges do serve. As you can see, more than 29,000 residents have participated in adult ed in some form at each one of the community colleges just last year alone. So I think the outreach is definitely there. I think the interest is definitely there. And I think the options are definitely there. So I'm going to focus on four examples of adult education programs: GED option, ESL option, family literacy option, and the job training. The GED option is pretty simple as far as someone who may not have been able to complete a high school degree. Maybe they dropped out for whatever reasons. They can actually come in and complete the course, training in and testing in four different areas between science, social studies, math, mathematical reasoning, and then language arts. The good thing, though, for anyone seeking it, the total cost is about $120, but there's a C4 free program, which basically in the end it kind of it's like a scholarship, and the program actually winds up being a free program to them. We teach it on our campus. We also teach it down at the Birmingham Literacy program. So we've got several options with daytime, nighttime. My understanding also is they can kind of come in and complete one section at a time, and then they come back and take the final test, and they can actually receive their GED through the ACCS system, allowing them to go on and pursue their career in different ways. I think this is a strong program for the state of Alabama and each community that the college serves. ESL option. This is a really good option for someone who may not be able to speak or read or even write English well, or who's interested in, learning a second language in a sense, where they do teach this program. I know on our campus they do it, I think, every semester, if I remember correctly. But it's a free program to anyone who wants to focus on, becoming better at reading, writing, and speaking English. I don't know exactly how many people this has reached out to in the community college system, but the person that I was discussing this with said it was a very, very good program. So someone wanting to learn ESL, we have that option here in the state of Alabama. Family literacy option. Literacy is a hard word to say sometimes. And it's really a kind of an integration program. What I was noticing too about it was it kind of gives activities, things to do, kind of a little small training in one respect to improving parents and child's relationships, or activities and things they can do. And they focus a lot too in parental training, just different things where it helps the parent along with the child to succeed in school and life experiences. So it can be a single parent, or it can be a single household from that same perspective. It can be just the child, or it could be just the parent. There can be other family members or custodial guardians can also participate in this too. So it's a really, really good program. The last one is job training. I really like this area from what I researched, because you don't have to complete a college degree in any of the ACCS colleges. However, around the state, different adult education programs are really focusing on kind of short-term training certificates to try to get or kind of bridge a gap between industry needs and supplying people that are trained in this area. Like I mentioned earlier, in the Alabama Power partnered with us, ACCS, I should say, but on our Jeff State campus, and I believe there's another campus, and I just went blank on the name of it, but they will actually come in and have a set number of students, and I think it's a 16-week long training program where they'll teach them how to do line working. Not only is there classroom time that they'll have to perform, but they actually have installed telephone poles on our Jefferson campus. They're using Alabama Power equipment, and they're teaching them how to do line work. It's really a neat little program. I know on our Clanton campus, we built a training area down there for heavy machinery. So if somebody wanted to learn how to run a dozer or run an excavator, things like that, I think that program is also a 16-week program too, and they come out with industry certification and the skills trained to be able to move into that workforce a lot faster than actually having to go through and find a degree option there. We also have some simulators too. These are kind of neat. It's a big trailer that's got all the computer hardware and everything, the screens, and you have basically the cockpit of a semi-truck, and you go in and they can do things with the software, and you can simulate driving a truck. You can drive during the day, you can drive during the night, you can drive in rain, you can drive in snow and ice, and it puts the person interested in the CDL license, puts them in a real world situation, but in a simulated situation where they don't have to worry about, oh, I just wrecked the truck, or I just hit somebody, or I ran over a kid, or something like that. It takes the real world experience out of it from that aspect, but it still puts them in the real world aspect in a simulation program. So it's kind of neat from that avenue, learning how to drive a truck. So there's all kind of options that we have in the job training area. And a lot of this, again, is free of charge. We've also been working too with the ACCS system with the Innovation Center, and in that students are given about 8 hours of online training, and then we do a one-day class that's about 8 hours, and they come out with the ACCS certification. Our focus, of course, is culinary, basic skills, things of that nature. And again, that one is another program that's actually free of charge. So The adult education programs that's offered through Alabama community college systems are really, really strong. And I guess kind of summing it up, adult education is definitely a part of all the communities that we serve. It's part of society. In some ways, that there's a lot of programs that can be designed to lead adults into a career path a lot faster and kind of help promote that lifelong learning. There's definitely a connection between industry, and there's definitely some things that you'll find with different programs that organizations like the ACCS system are doing. I think in the end, they're very integral in helping bridge some gaps between someone who does not have their high school diploma. They can get their GED. It can also bridge the gap for somebody that wants to kind of learn more about different training techniques or learn more about ESL. And I think this is also going to be another bridge to help with some of the growing demands with some of these jobs out there and supplying some people that have a better understanding of it. With that being said, thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed the information.